does it have any security to that? Because you stop and think about it, they're all talking about a thing of where a person takes your computer over, and if you don't they ransom your computer data and all that. On stuff
Okay.
like that, you would think should have something there for that purpose. Or if they do, what depth of it of of the process, how it works.
I'm not sure where you're going with this. As far as Microsoft Windows is concerned, it mainly relates to things like memory caps. As far as Windows is concerned, or Intel is concerned, or the x86 architecture is concerned, 32 bits has a limit of 4 gigabytes of RAM. I can't go over 4 gigabytes RAM.
Because it's like one, it does a thing where it works on. I guess it keeps the board going. Works it. Because on one it says that it works with the board.
You could argue it's a fallback to the old 486 and 386 days.
I just thought of something. I could kick on Robert's OBS, put the filters on. He does have OBS on his computer. What about that? Now, since Robert's on here, I do have an idea. Now, I keep forgetting this because he's been on twice, but there's stuff that I could on here. Your take on it, because that there's stuff that I talk to you about grudging. There's things that I do when it comes to stuff grudging. I wanted to talk to you and ask you a question. Do you cool with that?
Oh yeah, that's okay.
That's
How long as he don't mind with some of the ideals that I pop up with.
He probably would. Mark would probably agree with you on a lot of it, to be honest.
Maybe.
Well, we'll see.
So before I start getting into the old questions that I was never able to get through, that the robot put up in our chat, which is saying stuff, I want to start out easy because I was talking with Mark about this before you came on, and it was a Bullhorn Barry. He's a member of Minds.com. He is on Censorship Sucks with this guy, John Galt. They're all into alternative media or alternative news. And he had to take Jack Carey's spot on Dragus Production for an hour, and he tried to talk about aliens. Now he did his best. He did it really for his attempt. It was really good, okay, but he started getting into the conversation of aliens and then crossbreeding it with Jesus.
The alternative news, otherwise known as woo-woo news, insane speculation.
Say that again, Rich. I wasn't for sure. I heard you right.
He started talking about aliens, and he of course started talking about Jesus.
Okay.
So first of all, what's your take on blending Jesus in with UFOs and aliens? What's your take on it?
Well, it depends on a few things. Now, they say that it's hard to say what is God. A lot of people have these weird things about different religions and all that, and Well, if they say an alien is God, and how they went down and got with women that they were here in the from the past. I don't know. It just seems a little bizarre. I about uh, God merging or like you were saying that. I don't know. That sounds a little.
Again, you've got to define what you mean by alien. I mean, to use the
Well, there's
Greek, I think Greek, it would be just a being of not of this place.
well, they're saying on shows there's like 12 different types of aliens. Okay, brands of aliens, and out of them all, they put this thing like God created us, but we're not saying that they're aliens. Okay, and
But he's not of this place, therefore he is an alien. I mean,
yeah,
I could argue if I entered the US, then I'm an alien to the US because I'm not of the US.
unless you're
place.
hovering above ground, where you're showing that you got the power of lightning bolt shooting out of your fingers, or you're flying without no problem, like they're saying about some of the aliens. And I'm like, okay, it's quite possible, but until they can come up with, like they're saying, how we come into Earth is by aliens taking their DNA, merging it with the ape. Okay, I'm like, okay, and when all this is supposed to have happened, and the Ice Age and all that, where they're saying during all these times that happened, it just seems really peculiar about how everyone, the progression of life started, like
I've got a real problem using with the entire alien and God thing. You could argue that what you're talking about is extraterrestrial aliens, but is God not an extraterrestrial being anyway? He didn't come from this planet.
that's what they're claiming. Okay, but they're saying that our DNA and I can't pronounce the hominoids or something, hominids, the way they progressed way too fast, and during that time there was over 12, I think it was 12 groups of different hominids on Earth during that whole time, and the ones that were from progressed higher than any of the others that they're saying.
Okay, Darwinism, evolution, yeah.
Yeah, and then there's
evolution of the fittest. Carry on.
But then when they were talking about that, I'm like, okay, and they found like different types of bones from each of them and all that. And they made a big old family tree of all of it. And when they did that thing in NASA, and they found, and they when they shot the asteroid, I mean not asteroid but comet, and got some of that stuff, the shells and all that from it, they brought it back and they did a test of it, and they're saying that it was the DNA of it is like on asteroids, all different types of things from space. And but for the depth, they're saying of how humans progressed and all that, how fast compared to other life forms, like elephants and all that, and the size of your brain. It's just how hard of what do they can. It's like it is bizarre, but they're saying that we and well, if God made it like the way they did, like the people have said, well, need to watch out because, as they said, uh, during the times of through this history for what they.
Okay, I think I've lost you. Okay, I think I've lost you. Ah, okay. I thought I lost you for a minute.
Where it's here now.
Lost you.
Yeah,
Ah,
I'll
got
say
you back.
now.
Sorry, I lost you for a minute.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, no, I can.
Okay, how does it sound?
Oh, fine.
Okay, and well, they're saying that with God and all that, and how aliens are supposed to be creation of us, and they got into a thing of battles and fights and all that about how the condition of the human people during that time.
See, I had to bring that up because you're gonna you need to pause or mute your audio there.
Okay.
But yeah, I wanted to mention that I have some more questions to him. I'm gonna start hitting him pretty hard with Mr. Robot's questions when he gets back from the bathroom. I wanted to open it up there because he's really big on the whole ancient aliens thing. It drives him nuts because I'll turn that on the TV and he just goes nuts over it. And then I'm obsessed with watching alien shows when I go to sleep. So he gets pretty fired up about that whenever I do that to him. Because he'll frickin' hear it on television all day long, so I figured I'd ask questions about it.
Oh, not the History Channel.
Well, sometimes I do the History Channel, not as bad as what I the ancient alien stuff. Like the other day, Nick Pope ended up passing away. I really did like him, but I liked him more on what was it? Alien Files, I think is what it was. I forgot what the name of it was. It's one of the best ones that they actually came out with, to be honest. But whenever he comes back.